Hello and welcome to the Distro Hopper channel, a channel focused on hopping through different Linux distributions from the viewpoint of a gamer. We will start off with the pilot episode called the Pre-Flight Checklist. Flight, a noun, has a lot of meanings, and the one we'll be focusing on is the act or instance of running away, an escape. Well, an escape from what, you might ask? We are watching you. Disclosure, I am a casual Linux user that's been using Linux as my daily driver for the last 1.5 years. I'm not a pro artist, nor a pro video editor, definitely not a pro gamer. Although I have been gaming most of my life, these videos are meant to show people how easy Linux has become. It's not meant as a tutorial, and even if it was a tutorial, it wouldn't be relevant in the next couple of months, since Linux changes pretty quick, quicker than Windows goes to shit, to be honest, really. So these are, think of them as a snapshot in a specific time for a specific distro. I will be using proprietary software, so if you're a FOSS fanatic, you can do whatever you want, mate. I will be using personal preferences such as KDE as my desktop environment, and I will try and limit the amount of use on the terminal wherever possible, but also adding some information about it. For somebody coming from Windows, the terminal can be scary, and honestly, you don't really need it that much anymore. It is really powerful. I get that you love it, but yeah, we'll avoid that. Well, limit the use of it. Any hiccups encountered in making these videos will be left in. Hiccups such as games not running the first time, or giving me problems, or needing a quick solution, and so forth. Yeah, Linux is not perfect. Linux is a hell of a lot better than Windows, but it's not perfect. And it's worth being honest, because people will be coming into this with expectations, and it's better that they expect the right thing than a made-up fantasy. So yeah, hiccups will be staying in. The goals of each individual install is to do a fresh install of the specific distribution, install Steam and Discord, install a software center so that the user can get easily to things like Heroic Games Launcher, which I also will be installing. Heroic Games Launcher, for those that don't know, is a way to install GOG, Epic and Prime Gaming games and run them on your Linux system. After which I will be running a game themed around the general theme of the distribution itself. Warning, there will be puns, and I hope those don't go over your head. To outline quickly for a very new user what is needed in an install, let's start off with an explanation of what is a distribution, what is a desktop environment, because you will be needing to choose one or both of those on download. Distributions, there are so many Linux distributions that I can't even get the graphic in here properly without putting it sideways. With a lot of choice comes a lot of confusion. For gaming distributions, we're going to focus on the families on the screen now. Arch Linux, Debian based or Fedora based. I don't use any of these directly. I use Arch based ones quite a lot, but it doesn't mean that the other ones are not good. A good analogy is that it's the vehicle in which you are traveling, what it can do, what it's built for, and so forth. Whereas your desktop environment, something like KDE, Cinnamon, XFCE, Genome, i3, and so forth, those are the interior of your vehicle, how it feels like to drive that vehicle, where the buttons are, and so forth. We'll start off with a setup of a system. Dude, back your files up, bro. Even if you're doing a dual boot. A dual boot means you've got a Linux and a Windows system on the same machine. Even if you do that, just back up your files, bro. I personally distro up quite a lot. I've got a secondary hard drive with all my files on it that do not get touched in a setup. Next, you'll be wanting to download your distribution from the website itself. You'll need a big memory stick and also an ISO burner such as Balena Etcher or Rufus. I prefer Balena Etcher because it's simple. That will burn the distribution onto the actual memory stick. So with that in mind, let's run through a typical install. So let's start with a typical burn of an ISO onto a memory stick. You'll open up Balena Etcher, which the download links are in the description below. Select your file, in this case Manjaro KDE 26, which is really fresh. That's why I'm kind of keen to check it out. Select where it's going to go, in this case memory stick, and you just click flash. It'll take about 5 to 10 minutes. I will speed this up. It will validate the burn, and while it's doing this, I will explain the next steps. You just restart your PC or plug the USB stick into a USB in the applicable PC, whereafter you will need to restart the machine, boot up from the USB. You might want to you might have to disable secure boot from the BIOS, which should be pretty simple to do. It's not always necessary, but sometimes you need to do that, and just follow the instructions. And there you have it. Thank you for watching and have a good day.